Hey everybody, today I want to tell you a little bit about one of the areas of the nursery that I'm most excited about, most happy with. It's this garden here in the back behind the pergola. This has been developing over the past 2 years. We kind of realized we had to have some more space in the nursery, more space for retail, for the statuary display, and just to help us to expand the sales area around here. And in the back, behind this the shade pergola here, where we have our hostas, we had a couple of growing pads, and I usually had some trees back here and some stuff I was potting up and growing on, and it was almost getting a little bit in the way, and it wasn't quite as pretty because we'd always be putting stuff back here that was a little bit looking funny. We just put it behind in the back so we wouldn't be looking at it. And as we kind of pushed back on the other side with the fountains and statuary, we needed to make this side look prettier. So 2 years ago, almost exactly, we took away the two growing pads that were here, scraped off all the stone, pushed off the clay that was down, and actually used the clay and all the subsoil to make this mound that goes around the outside here. And then we brought in topsoil and gave it a good layer of topsoil on the top. And when I put it in, I told myself I was going to make this fairly small and keep it somewhat open, and with the idea of using it to do some events like art and craft shows, something like that, some occasional events. And then it was like, well, I should probably have a strip of something along the pergola, because I can't just have grass going up against the back. So I compromised and put like a 3 to 4 foot wide bed right along the back of the pergola. And so then I figured I was probably done. But last summer I was looking through English Garden magazine and got inspired by a circular yard. Somebody had it. It was the coolest little backyard I've ever seen. And the next morning I was climbing on top of the pergola, looking around, looking down in my space, trying to figure out what I can do, if this can work, if I can cut a circle in here, if I can make this happen. And I spent a good part of that day walking in circles and looking around, measuring things. And I think it was within a couple of days, I had figured out where the center of my yard is, and pounded a stake in there and marked off a circle and cut the grass out. And yeah, we pretty much took this area ×2 after we did that. So it has been really, really fun. And last August we planted a couple hundred perennials in around the circle. So it's blended pretty well. We were able to kind of disguise a good part of the initial square, and just give you a really nice enclosed feeling. So it's really, really fun walking into here. It's taught me a lot about garden design, and just how shapes can really make something look extra inviting. So the grass here is cut into a nice kind of a curved, has 2 curved lines as it leads in through here. And then we have a 45-foot circle going around here. And then, let's see, yeah, a lot of trees, a lot of larger shrubs on the edges around the mound, from this berm going around here. And then the inside, 5 feet or so, is pretty much all perennials. And yeah, perennials is something we haven't talked much about recently. or I guess for most of these videos we've been doing. And it's kind of odd because perennials are probably one of my go-to things in landscaping. So if you're looking for some good color, for something that's going to last for, for years and years, there's a lot of really good perennials to think about including, along with some smaller evergreens, something that'll give you some bright color, or at least something a little more solid for some year-round interest. And this is kind of an exercise of just so one of the things you want to try and do as you move through here, naturally, the first 2 feet should be pretty low. So we have a lot of low things, ajuga, sedum, calamint, some of the really small ornamental onion. I have a very good euonymus. I think that might be moon shadow, or it was labeled moon shadow. I'm not quite sure if that's definitely not the right one there, but a good spreader that's going to be about maybe a foot tall, and evergreen. So you got to have a couple evergreens to have something to look at in the wintertime. In the wintertime, this is a very it's a total difference. So that's when the conifers and the trees give their outline, and all the perennials are cut back down to the ground, and there isn't much to see. This is definitely a summer garden, pretty low on color for spring, but I'm going to be adding more spring color as we go by. Couple of key plants for the time of year we're in now, which is early July. My coreopsis here is in pretty good bloom. Another favorite is this Potentilla thunbergii. This is, I think it's thunbergii. This is Monarch's Velvet. Dark red flower. Foliage stays pretty low. Flowers ascend above the foliage by about a foot, and very neat flower. Almost reminds you of like a strawberry bloom, and midsummer bloomer. Just kind of subtle, but it really stands out when it's in bloom. My digitalis is about finished. There's a couple of bells up on top there. That's a really good variety called, let me think here, it's rose something. Arctic Fox Rose. We're going to have that in production later on this year, so this will be ready for fall. We'll have some of these available. I was suspicious of this one when I got it in. Foxglove is notoriously, it's known to be biennial, and the perennials are not always reliable. This one came through really well. I want to say we have about 4 or 5 around the circle here, and I think there's 4 of them. They bloomed beautifully. So pretty much all of May, most of May, all of June, beautiful blooms. So I'm going to try and cut this back, see if we can't trigger some more flowers, but yeah, fingers crossed on that there. Another really good standout this time of year is the ornamental oregano. This is a really beautiful plant. The one thing I've realized, it demands full sun. If you put this in part shade, it'll flop. But here in the sun and the bright light, it's doing great. It's also drought tolerant. So we've just come through almost 2-week period with really high temperatures and no rain. And this thing's standing tall, beautiful. They yeah, if they're overwatered and all that, they're going to be getting a little bit top heavy, and they'll fall over. And this bee balm here is about finishing up for now. Wonderful plant. I was amazed by the blooms on that there. And I keep forgetting the name of this one. It's part of the BU series. I want to say it's called Be Happy. I could be wrong with that one there, but excellent dark pink. And let's see here. My Rose of Sharon tree opened up just a couple of days ago. So that one there is called Blue Satin. That is a wonderful flower. I believe it's also sterile, so you want to make sure if you have a hibiscus, make sure it's sterile. Yeah, great color. There are a good number of trees in here too. Couple of treasures I've been wanting to plant for several years. One of those is my Rosy Teacups dogwood. That's a hybrid from Rutgers University. Been introduced maybe about 5 years ago, a good 5 years ago. Really good pink flowers. Blooms late May, mid to late May. And I've got one on this side. And a couple of Japanese maples in here. Got an elm on the corner. And another favorite over here. This is an underused tree that I really do wish would get some more attention. This high one here with kind of the fork in the trunk, this is an American smoke tree. They're native to, I think it's they're native in Tennessee. I'm not sure what their full range is, but the fall color is amazing. It does bloom. You'll get a fair bit of puffy blooms on there, and it has flowered already, and the flowers, I believe, have fallen off. It's still young yet, so it hasn't flowered too much, but that's a really nice tree. They'll top out around 15, 20 feet, and I believe they are fairly long-lived. I'm trying one here, and it's taking off this year really well. Between the smoke tree and the elm on the corner, I've got an evergreen magnolia. That's a really great tree. They've done pretty well in this area. We also use those for Christmas decorations, so that's something we're going to be able to utilize in there. So there's let's see here. I could be here for a couple hours telling you about everything that's in here, but yeah. Like I said, a couple of standouts for right now is the ornamental oregano, coreopsis, bee balm. I've got a really nice blue catmint here. This is a tall form. Let's call it blue dragon. That would be about 2.5 feet tall. Interesting scent. The bees love it. Another great one for bees is agastache. I have some blue fortune in the back there. That is just getting started. That'll be just covered in bees and butterflies. It's a favorite of swallowtails, and yeah, they love the heat. They love the open sun exposure we have here. So yeah, this will be an evolving color experience throughout the season. So yeah, a couple of design pointers for something like this here, or any kind of long border. You want to make sure your color is repeating a little bit throughout the bed. So there's a balance of repeating color with making it uniform. So you don't really want uniformity. You want to capture the, I don't know, you want to keep your colors moving throughout down the line. So a little bit irregular, but you got to have have enough repetition for it to all blend. So I think, as I was saying earlier, when it comes to height, you want to start low and go high as you step back. But it's really fun to have a couple of taller things pulled front. That way, when you're looking down across the whole sweep, there's a few things that are popping up a little bit higher, and it just really adds some more dimension to the planting. So we've tried that a little bit here. One example is this campanula. This is a white campanula here that gets to, you can see how high it is, about 2 feet tall. Right next to it is a dianthus, which is about, about 4 inches tall. And this is probably the highest thing in the front here. So just to give it a little bit of up and down movement. Where he would get in trouble was if you put something too short in the back, which I did. I have a really nice yellow form of catmint, which I put in behind something tall, and I can't see it, so I have to move it sometime. But that's how we learn. So, and you always have something that don't make it, so you can you can move some stuff around and keep on experimenting. So yeah, it's quite fun. This is one area that I'm always happy to bring people back to and walk around in and just talk about what we have planted. And a lot of what we have back here is also available for sale. So there's a display, an idea garden, and yeah, this is just part of what makes this kind of life a lot of fun. So we get to grow the plants, plant them, watch them grow, tell people about them, and yeah, hope for more mutual success as we try new things. And yeah, so we'll probably film some more back here as the colors, as the season moves on, as colors change, and as this grows. But been wanting to show this off for a while. So yeah, we'll probably do a tree tour sometime, walk around, talk about the trees back here. I've got a lot of really good selections that I've been able to stick in here, and we'll talk more about that next time. So we'll see you again. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To see more of our videos, don't forget to like and subscribe and click the notification bell so you can see when new videos get uploaded. And we'll see you again soon.